What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 16 Fix for another collection outlook video. Now today we're going to be discussing the Hawkeye series, got to say that one nice and slow, and all the upcoming figures for this series. As a reminder, I give you insight into what I'm doing with my collection, or at least what I'm leaning towards doing with my collection, maybe to get the wheels turning on what you can do with your collection and how you can not get burnt, not pre-order something that you didn't want to, and then you're stuck with it when it arrives. So let's start off by talking about two figures that have already been announced for previous movies, but they really dovetail into this particular show. So let's start off with the Ronin Hawkeye Deluxe figure. For this figure, I'm going to bring my co-host from the She Said No podcast on. Gigi, say hi. What? We're literally three...
Okay. Hi.
We're literally 3 seconds into recording, and you're already laughing over nothing, first of all.
It's not nothing. It's just, go ahead.
All right. Let's compose ourselves. So we're looking at the Hawkeye Deluxe figure. Now, what are your initial thoughts of this figure? Now, let me explain something to you. He comes with two different looks. So he comes with the normal Hawkeye from Endgame look, with his bow and arrow and his unmasked head sculpt. And then he's also got the Ronin look, a little bit more like a ninja, a little badass look. So what are your thoughts?
I really like it. He's one of my favorite characters.
What about the figure do you like?
Well, the hood kind of looks like a cape, so I'm into that.
Okay, a big selling point for you?
It just looks cool. I think it looks different from all the other characters.
Okay, so let me talk a bit more about what I'm doing with my collection. So this figure keeps me up at night because it's one that I had on my, in my mind for a while now. Because there are so many figures on the Endgame collection, I thought, he's kind of low on the priority list, along with Black Widow, who I figured they'd make another one from her solo movie. But it definitely has been in my mind because of the value you get with the two different looks with Ronin and Hawkeye. So if you recall, we're rating this on a wait, pass, or pre-order or get scale, right? For my collection, here's the other thing. It's time sensitive right now because on Sideshow, this figure has gone up on wait list. It is available at other retailers, and you could get some good deals in terms of a used figure or buying from Hong Kong. Again, I won't list any places here, but there are deals out there. But this guy might be gone here in the near future. So it is something that I'm highly considering. For now, it is a wait, but he keeps me up at night, like I said. Gigi, where do you rank him?
Okay, well, first of all, I think that we should change the rating scale for me because I think it's going to be a pass for me every single time.
Okay, every time it's a pass.
Every figure. I feel like we should change it to where would I swap this out for something you already have? I think that's better.
Okay, I like that. All right, would you swap this out for a figure I already own?
Yes. So I also hate myself for saying that, but this one I would have been okay with you getting.
You hear that, folks? All right. We're going to have some conversations offline. Okay, so would you switch it out for a figure in my collection?
Yes.
Which figure, though?
It's the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Oh, Star-Lord.
Yeah,
the
he's my least
Endgame
favorite. Star-Lord
she's not a fan of. Okay, well, that's pretty definitive. And now that you put it in my mind...
That's not... No.
It's not a free pass to get it.
Works.
Okay,
but,
well, Christmas is around the corner, though.
Yeah, you already got your present, though. So.
All right. Before we have you take off so I can finish the rest of the video, just give your initial thoughts on the Hawkeye show. You're enjoying it, right?
Yeah. Like I said, he's one of my favorite characters from the movies, so I really, really like that. And I like the Ronin. I like his look.
The Ronin look, yeah, that ninja look. Okay, awesome. Next, let's talk about Yelena Belova. Florence Pugh has been confirmed to be in this series. Now, we won't go into any speculation or spoilers about how she may appear or what role she may play in the show, but I wanted to highlight this figure because this character is obviously going to be important in the MCU moving forward, where we have one iteration of her character announced already. Highly unlikely that we would get one for this show, but if she plays a significant role in the series, you could have representation by pre-ordering the Black Widow version of this figure. And I couldn't really anticipate that she might show up looking too different from this version. Obviously, she wouldn't have the vest, as that plays a role in Infinity War. But this figure will absolutely be a pass for me. When it was announced, I was, it wasn't really on my radar, although I really do like Florence Pugh in the role, and I'm excited to see where she takes this character in the future. It is just not one that I really need for my collection, but I could understand how others might be excited to add it to theirs. Let's finish this video by talking about 4 potential figures that could be announced for the Hawkeye TV series. Got a bit of a cheat here, but I'm going to predict a double pack with Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, both in their purple outfits that are a little bit more true to the comics. Now, Hawkeye, I think there could be a cool wrinkle in the show. They've been alluding to it, where he might have more of a comic accurate look with the mask. Now, I don't think that look's going to stick, but it's just it's too coincidental that they keep alluding to it. So we might see it for a quick second, and it would be cool if Hot Toys kind of featured that look as an alternative. Now, this one would likely be a wait for me. We've seen some really banger double packs recently with the Boba Fett and the Batman and Superman double packs. So I love that Hot Toys is kind of bringing that concept back. But we really have to see what the price would be if that's the direction that they end up going. Obviously, I'm just talking out of my ass here. And really how much other heat might be dropping around the time that it's scheduled to come out. Again, these videos are really meant to get you to start thinking about the direction of your collection and which way you might want to go, being sensitive of what's coming out. So again, this one would be a wait, I think. In at number 3, we have Echo. And this character is just badass. Like, I'm really loving the portrayal of Echo in this show. Now, she's getting her own solo show, so I think if we're ever going to get a figure from Hot Toys, it would likely be from that. But just something to keep on your radar. We'll see how important she ends up being for the final few episodes of the show, but really well done, and I'm excited to see where they take this character in the future. Just realizing that I didn't say wait, pass, or pre-order. I think Echo would be a wait, but I really enjoy the character, as I've stated. Now, the last potential figure we're going to talk about today, and this is just pure speculation. There's been a lot of hints about this character being included. If they are, we don't know who's playing them. We've got some suspicions, right? So I'm going to speak on, kind of the pervasive theory here. So the character that we're going to talk about is Vanessa, was obviously Kingpin. Now, if Kingpin ends up showing up in the show, it will take it from an 8.5 to a 9 or plus, in my opinion. As I stated previously, I really enjoy this show, and kind of all these Easter eggs that they're including, alluding to Kingpin, is just really awesome. Now, we've been burned in the past with WandaVision, right, where it didn't, they had all these Mephisto hints, and it didn't lead to that, although I really do think Mephisto is coming in maybe Multiverse of Madness. And then in Loki, we had the lead up, and obviously I won't spoil anything here, but that paid off. And so I really am thinking that Kingpin would show up, and this would be a day one pre-order for me. Are you kidding me? The Kingpin, as someone who grew up on the Spider-Man TV show, I am all about the Kingpin and love all the various iterations. So if we have Vincent D'Onofrio from Daredevil reprising his role, instantly pre-order. Again, with the caveat that you find a retailer that has no shipping or no tax costs. I won't list any out here, but they are out there. So you just got to look around, find the best deal. But yeah, please have Kingpin. He would have to come into the collection because he'd be so versatile. And then I'd be really waiting on that Daredevil and on that Punisher. Those are 2 figures that I never got, that I'd hope that if we're reintroducing Kingpin, we're reintroducing those same characters from the Netflix shows, and that means that we could get figures from those shows or from the future properties, but with the same characters. That concludes the Collection Outlook video for the Hawkeye series. One thing I forgot to mention was if Lucky the Pizza Dog is included either with Kate Bishop or Hawkeye or a 2-pack, that's really going to bump those figures up in priority for me. Phenomenal character. As long as he doesn't look like ass like the Einstein looks with Marty McFly. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind, please leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. We've got a lot of content upcoming, including new episodes of the She Said No podcast, as well as a Collection Outlook video for the Book of Boba Fett. Really looking forward to that series. Well, I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.